Join me as I head to Miami to spend 10 nights aboard the Regent Seven Seas Grandeur. The Gale Hotel is located in the downtown Miami area. If your Regent cruise leaving Miami includes a hotel room, you'll probably be staying at the Gale Hotel in Miami. The room was well appointed with a Keurig coffee machine, microwave, and mini fridge. There was plenty of space for the both of us, everything was clean, and the bed was comfortable. There was also a great view of downtown Miami. If I had one knock on this room, it might be that the TV signal was kind of in and out. I mean, come on, look at that gorgeous view. Now, the gym at the Gale Hotel was the real superstar. If you like to work out when you're traveling, this has to be the nicest hotel gym I've ever seen. There's an enormous section of machines, cardio equipment, free weights, just about anything a gym enthusiast could ask for. Just outside the gym, there's a balcony that overlooks the pool and gives this wonderful view. Well, I had to take a moment to show off the skills. Good thing we aren't sailing Carnival. It's the morning of the cruise, and we head downstairs to get our complimentary buffet breakfast. The breakfast includes a selection of toast, fruits, eggs, sausage, bacon, and potatoes. Regent provides a free bus ride from the Gale Hotel to the port. When we got in line at the port, that's when we realized we might be the youngest couple on board. There she is, the Regent Seven Seas Grandeur. I want to point out quickly that we had the option to check all of our luggage and have it brought to our room, but some people chose to bring a bag with them.
Let's go!
Interestingly, the rooms weren't ready when we boarded the ship, so we had to sit around and wait for a bit before we could actually go into our room. We finally made it, room 727, deck 7, starboard side forward. This is considered a concierge suite, which is one step up from the entry-level veranda suite. Some upgrades in this room class include a walk-in closet and a king-size bed. Note that all the rooms on this ship are appointed with a marble bathroom and their own private balcony. There are no interior rooms on a Regent ship. Now that we've gotten settled in, it's time for us to head upstairs to the Bon Voyage party on deck 11. We waved goodbye to Miami and we were on our way. It was almost 6 p.m., which means elegant evenings start on Regent cruises. So what does that mean? Well, that means you gotta change out of your board shorts and get into something nice. For men, that basically means a suit jacket, a nice shirt, a nice pair of jeans without rips, and a nice pair of shoes. What do you guys think? Go easy on me in the comments, please. On the Grandeur, there's a lot of dining options. Compass Rose is the main dining room, which is generally open for breakfast, dinner, and sometimes lunch. La Veranda is the breakfast and lunch buffet style, while there's 3 other restaurants that are reservation only. I grayed out the top left Azure because that's only available on the brand new Seven Seas Prestige launching in 2026. Chartreuse, Prime 7, and Pacific Rim are the reservation-only restaurants that are sometimes open for lunch and always open for dinner. Note that you don't necessarily need a reservation if you're willing to wait until 8 p.m. or later. For our first night on the ship, we decided to wait until 8 p.m. and try our luck at Chartreuse, the French restaurant. Here's a look at their menu from Regent's website. I ended up getting the steak tartare with caviar, the beef tenderloin, and the creme brulee. My review of Chartreuse is that it was absolutely outstanding and set a high bar for the rest of the trip. Good morning. It's day 2 aboard the Grandeur and we are still at sea. We decide to venture out of our room and head up towards the pool deck. On Regent ships, you're welcome to walk up to the bar and request a drink. Drinks are all inclusive. But otherwise, you can just take a seat in one of the many sunbeds and wait for a server to come to you and place your order. Unlike other cruise lines, there's always an available sunbed somewhere on the deck. Now it's finally time for my favorite part of the trip, sitting in the sun with a frozen drink. Cheers. Pool deck on deck 11 has a centrally located pool and 2 hot tubs with overhead awnings. And also look at all those available sunbeds. See what I mean? On deck 11 you have 2 different buffet style options for lunch. Outside you have the pool grill, and inside you have La Veranda. Up these spiral stairs, you have deck 12, the sports deck. Deck 12 features a golf driving range net, shuffleboard, a mini golf course featuring replicas of famous holes, pickleball/paddle tennis, bocce ball, and bags. Or cornhole or bag-o or whatever you call this game. Okay, we're about to go for dinner. What is the name of the restaurant we're going to?
Pan Asia.
Pan Asia. I don't think that's a restaurant on the ship, but let's get going. We're gonna get a drink first. Okay, we're gonna go to the observation lounge on deck 11. 11 forward. Let's go. I think I'm gonna go for the Take It Rye. What are you thinking? Martini. All right, so what's your reaction to the observation lounge?
It's very jiggly. You're moving around a lot.
We're at the front of the ship. You can really feel it go up and down.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's not too crowded right now. Alright, so we just figured out what these things are. There's actually peanuts inside. Cheers. Alright, we didn't even get to finish our drink. We gotta go make our dinner reservation at 7:30.
Gonna be late.
At, what's it called again?
Don't ask me that. I don't know.
Alright, we learned that it's actually called Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim. We're gonna remember that. Wow. Check this out. I heard each flower is handmade. Chartreuse set the bar pretty high last night, but somehow Pacific Rim set the bar even higher. This meal was incredible. Every morning on a Regent cruise, you'll receive something called passages, which describes the activities for the day. Here's an example of a passages we received. On this particular morning, we had signed up for a cooking class in the Culinary Arts kitchen. This morning, we'll be making New World Mediterranean food. We want to make a little football with the cream.
Piece of cake.
Tonight, we'll finally be dining in Compass Rose, the ship's main dining room. This is no ordinary dining hall. Complete with custom Versace dinnerware, this restaurant feels every bit as fancy as the rest of the ship. We just arrived in San Juan, Puerto Rico. After a couple days aboard the Grandeur, the unlimited food and drinks was starting to take its toll on me. Luckily, the Grandeur has a pretty decent gym for me to take advantage of. Today we're going on an excursion to take us to a rum distillery, San Cristobal Castle, and downtown San Juan. Dating back to the 1800s, this is Puerto Rico's oldest continuously operating rum brand, and stayed within family ownership all the way until 2017, when they were finally sold to a group of investors. In 2019, they just started giving visitor center tours. This excursion comes with a free cocktail, and they were excellent. We definitely were off to a good start. San Cristobal Castle was next, an impressive fort with a lot of history. The castle had an old copy of Nine Men's Morris on display, and we just finished watching Devil's Plan Season 1 on Netflix. If you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go check it out. The last part of this excursion gave us a little time in downtown San Juan to explore. After a day full of fun, we were back on the ship and already on our way to the next destination. Alright, so we ordered room service for the first time, not counting breakfast. We're taking advantage of the free 24-hour in-room dining. We got the meze platter and the club sandwich and a bottle of champagne. What's the wait time at right now? What do you think?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. All right. So far, we're still within the window that's not bad.
And I'm hungry.
But she's hungry.
I have not had lunch.
She hasn't had lunch. I had a protein bar. She didn't have anything. We're going to see what happens. We're going to check in again when it gets here. All right. Not even a few minutes later, part of our order arrived. The champagne. So I don't really know much about champagne, but this is the Monopole Blue Top Brut. And I believe it's actually from France, so it's real champagne. Okay, the food has arrived. Let's have a look. This is the meze platter. And this is the Regent Club sandwich. Which one are you gonna try first?
I don't know, I'm really hungry.
So, we can't figure out what this cheese is. There's a little pile of them. We only have one left. It tastes kind of like feta cheese, but it's not. And it says, just like feta cheese. It's pretty good. I have no complaints, but I don't know what it is. Tonight we went back to our trusty favorite, Pacific Rim, and it was just as good as we remembered it. After dinner, we thought we would go to the Constellation Theater and check out a show. We finished off the evening with some live music in the Meridian Lounge. Look at this crazy cocktail. Anyone know what this is? The next morning, we woke up to find ourselves at anchor off Gustavia St. Barts. The harbor wasn't deep enough for our ship, so we would be getting ashore via tender. The streets were lined with high-end designer stores, and the harbor was full of yachts. This was definitely a fancy place. Today I would be snorkeling for the first time ever, so we grabbed a quick bite to eat and then headed over to the boat. Our excursion was led by serial divers based out of St. Barts, and I thought they did an absolutely fantastic job. They gave us very clear instructions and also gave us a nice tour around the area. This excursion in St. Barts ended up being our favorite for the entire trip, and I highly recommend it if you're stopping in St. Barts. Tonight we decided to take it easy, with a nice dinner at Chartreuse, and then a walk around the sports deck, which it turns out we would have all to ourselves. Today we're docked at Phillipsburg St. Martin, and instead of an excursion, we decided to make our way over to the world-famous Maho Beach. To get there, we purchased a round-trip shuttle pass, and it took about 30 minutes with traffic. Once we got there, it didn't take long to see what we came for: airplanes flying right over the beach. Maho Beach is pretty crowded, and it was extremely hot and sunny this day. If you want access to shade or bathrooms, you have to pay up. This umbrella and chairs cost us $30, and it was worth every penny. Bathrooms were locked with a key card, and I actually thought they were pretty clean. The shuttle ride back to the port took almost an hour with heavy traffic, so be prepared if you come here. We ended this evening like we usually do on the Grandeur, with dinner and a show. Today we're in St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and our planned excursion is a catamaran sailing adventure. Built in 1968, the Jollyman is a 63-foot-long, all-wood custom sailing catamaran, originally built for transatlantic racing. At one point, this boat was even used for drug smuggling, but now she lives a quieter life in St. Croix as a charter vessel. This charter company is called Lyric Sails, and we thought they did a fantastic job. This ended up being one of our favorite excursions on the trip, and we highly recommend it. After sailing around for a bit, they stopped by a nice beach to give us a chance to take a swim. After a couple failed attempts at getting in earlier on the trip, we would finally be eating at Prime 7, the steakhouse on board. The atmosphere was elegant and the food was delicious. Prime 7 became an instant favorite for us.
Look at this absurd chocolate cake I got.
So our cruise was originally supposed to have 6 stops, with the second to last one being in the Dominican Republic, but unfortunately, they had to cancel the stop. The waves were just too high to safely board the tender vessel. So we skipped the Dominican Republic and headed straight to the Bahamas. We decided to schedule a massage and relax at the spa. Here's a quick tour of the amenities in the men's locker room. We finally made it to the Bahamas, our last stop. We had previously enjoyed snorkeling and a catamaran sail, so we chose the catamaran snorkeling as our final excursion. Unfortunately, this excursion didn't really live up to our expectations. The snorkeling equipment was poor quality and the mast kept flooding with water. But there were a lot of fish at the coral reef. We also tried some authentic Bahamian beer, which we actually thought was pretty good. We enjoyed some Prime 7 steak for our final night on the trip, and then headed over to the observation lounge. Abner was excellent on the piano. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you again next time.